All right. What's up, YouTube? Just grabbed TikTok. How you guys doing today? I am going to be doing a very quick stream here today. It is a very exciting day for what I do and my business, which is the Classical Learner Homeschooling Company. So starting at 10:30 a.m. this morning, I am teaching a new live course, which I put together, and I'm just so excited about it. I actually just recorded a video for the replay of it. So I just performed it, and that's why I was late, and then I was coming on. But starting at 10:30 a.m., I will be teaching a new course for members of Homeschools Connected, which is Introduction to the Bill of Rights for elementary school and middle school level learners. And it's going to be really fun. It's going to be great. Hey, Foster Bear, how you doing? And we're going to really, the course will last about 2 to 3 months, and we are going to delve deeply into the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment, the Fourth Amendment. Hey, witchy woman, makes me nervous. Fifth Amendment, the Bill of Rights. Hey, Melissa, the first 10 amendments. And we're not only going to teach children their rights and challenge them to think critically, but we're going to teach them why it's important to question history. I'm actually going to start the class out by pointing out that history can be broken up into his story. And then who is he, right? Is he someone we should always question? Because if it's a story, right, then it's a narrative. And who writes the story? Does the side that wins a war write the story? Or does the side that loses a war write the story? So we'll be teaching children to question history and to question everything that I say. And I tell them that I'm an expert. I have a degree, a bachelor's degree in history education to be a history teacher. And if you asked me to explain history to you now, it would sound radically different than the history I described to you 5 years ago. So history is, our understanding of history is always changing, it's always evolving, and we always have to keep an open mind and be willing to take on new information. So we are going to be learning about the Constitution. We are going to be learning about the Bill of Rights. And as we do that, we're going to do it in a different way than is typically done. Whereas we're going to start with the Constitution, start with the Bill of Rights, and then we're going to jump back and forth through time. And we're going to go back into time to the American, to pre-Revolutionary War time. We're going to go forward in time to the modern day and how these rights are subverted, right? How these rights are subverted. And we are going to challenge the children to think critically about where our rights come from. Are our rights given to us by the government, or are we born with these rights? Are they natural rights, inalienable rights, God-given rights, birth rights? People who use any of those terms might disagree on a few things, but the one thing they do agree upon is that we are born, by the very nature of us being here, we have these rights. Which, for anyone wondering, that is my personal position. I do believe they are God-given rights, and it's important that anyone that would want me to teach their children should know that. So all that is for those who sign up to Classical Learner. So the first class is at 10:30 this morning. There's replays, so if you can't watch it on time, don't worry about it. But yes, it's anyone who goes to www.classicallearner.com, Homeschools Connected, you'll see that on the website, and then just use the promotion code TOGETHER, all lowercase letters, and it's $10 a month, and I don't charge you up front for the year, so if you don't like it, you could drop it, you're down $10. But the truth is that the overwhelming majority of people absolutely love what we're doing. So that's what's up. Okay, great. So it would be, would it be this setup with my kids? And basically I send out a Zoom link, and that's what I teach the class over. I have my PowerPoints and everything set up, and the children can see everything. And then after I give my presentation, which is really a performance from that point forward, then I open up the floor, so to speak, for conversation. And we're going to have a deep conversation about what the Constitution is and what the Bill of Rights is and where these rights come from, all while diving deep into the history. And I'm really excited about this, where it's really, the way I'm structuring it, children are going to get a great sense of why the Founding Fathers put the first 10 amendments into the Bill of Rights. So we're going to give them the historical context of, okay, this is what was going on. This is what they experienced in their lives. And this is why they said, maybe it's important that we say, like, no, you can't limit our right to free speech. And notice how they worded the Constitution. They did not say we have the right to free speech. They said you cannot limit the right to free speech, which implies that we already have the right? And it's just telling government, you don't have the right. You don't have the authority to take away that right. And that's a very important distinction, right? That children someone needs to point that out. Say, look at the wording in this, right? They didn't say the government grants you this right. The wording says this right shall not be infringed upon, right? The implication is that the right was already there. And then not only are we going to give historical context, but we're going to talk about things that happened in the present day as well. And I will do that through historical fiction or present day fiction, right? Which for any of you that have read my books know that I think I do quite well. So anyway, the class starts at 10:30 a.m. I'll be sending out a link for it at 10:15 a.m. That is www.classicallearner.com, Homeschools Connected, and use the promotion code together, all lowercase. It's $10 a month. This is a new course that I'm teaching, so the first class is today. If you can't make it today, don't worry. I do post the replays. In fact, right before I was on here, I actually did a practice run of the class. I recorded the practice run, and I'm actually going to use the practice run as the replay, and it really came out great. Whenever I make the lessons as a teacher, you never know how they're going to come out, and it felt good to do the practice run, and I'm very passionate. I take a lot of pride in my craft. I think that as people, we should take pride in the work that we do, and anyway, I did the practice run, and it went well, and I'm very excited. And through the practice run, you see, like, oh, I could have done this differently. I added some stuff to it, and just very, very excited with how it came out. So I love the replay, so all my kids could watch it at once. Yeah, and the best part is they can watch it again. So if they ever want to go back, like, let's say you have them take the course on the Bill of Rights. Well, next year, right, like, it's so silly, like, oh, they learned the Bill of Rights once in second grade. Like, no, next year they could sit back and watch the replay again and, like, take the course again, right? Your books look amazing. Thank you so much. That's the Cubs to Bears book series. And I will be integrating the Cubs to Bears book series into what we're doing. By the way, many of my returning students already watched, but one of the things you also have access to when you join Homeschools Connected is the course that I taught on propaganda, right? And I used the Cubs to Bears children book series to introduce children to propaganda, and that wound up being a great success. I had children in the class literally write me letters, handwritten letters, talking about how much they loved the class, which was really cool, and the parents are happy with it. So all really good things happening. We are changing the way education looks, because we're no longer in the age where you have to send your children to school and, hope and pray that they, teach children something in accordance with what you actually believe. Now people have the opportunity to choose their teachers. And, if I'll get the trolls in here and they're like, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you don't like me, you don't have to have me be your child's teacher, right? Like, I'm just, right? What am I essentially? Yes, I run a homeschool company. Yes, what we've built with Homeschools Connected is phenomenal, but what am I like to my nature? To anyone who follows me, like they watch me every day, they know me, like I am a teacher. Like that's what I am. Like that's I've always been passionate about history. And anyway, so now people, they have the ability to choose. And you know, a lot of us are very concerned with what's been happening in the public school system, and I'm not going to get too into that because I have made a decision. I only talk about homeschooling on this platform, and I've done that because it's been made clear to me that that's what I could talk about on this platform. Yeah, so the class is for elementary school and middle school level students, and I'm very excited about it. Yes, link in the bio, classicallearner.com, Homeschools Connected, promo code together, all lowercase, $10 a month. I want to sign my kids up for your class. I've been waiting, and I'm pulling them from school as soon as possible. That's awesome, and congratulations on that step. Make sure the first thing you do when you pull them is first go to hslda.org, Homeschool Legal Defense Association.org. They have all the forms you need to withdraw children properly from school. You know, you want to make sure that you do everything the right way, dot your I's, cross your T's, make sure there's a record. And then from there, they have a state map. Click on the state map, and you want to familiarize yourself with the regulations in the state that you live, because understanding the regulations is very important for being in alignment with the regulations, right? And then no one can give you a hard time. So, all right, I'm going to cut this stream short because I want to save my voice. I've been speaking for about an hour already because I just recorded the class. I want to save my voice a little bit because come 10:30 a.m., we are live, baby, and I'm excited to start this new course. I was really excited about the propaganda course, and now I'm really excited about this one, Bill of Rights. It's a class, elementary school, middle school level learners, www.classicallearner.com, Homeschools Connected. Use the promotion code together, all lowercase, $10 a month, and freedom isn't free. We have to earn it every day. I do a community members only live stream on Fridays. But come Monday morning at 9:30 a.m., I will be back here hitting it hard. We're going to talk about homeschooling. And also, I'll be doing some other stuff with that. But that's for me to try to organize over the weekend. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in class. Thank you so much for being here. And the future is bright, but the future is what we make it. And we earn it every day with the way we live our lives. We earn it with the way we are good husbands, the way we follow God, the way we are good wives, the way we raise our children, the way we live our lives. We embrace spirituality over material, and we take personal responsibility. So, all right, guys, freedom isn't free, and we'll be back.